Hey y'all, what is good? Welcome back to my channel. This is Mo Life and my name is Morgan, and this channel is all about sharing knowledge to help people become more self-aware, more aware in general, and evolve to become the best versions of themselves. Today we are on the topic of relationships and how music might be messing up yours. I know it sounds kind of funky, but hear me out and I'm gonna try to explain it. And to give you a little bit of my background, I am by no means a relationship expert, but I have been and I'm currently in long-term relationships. So it's like I have enough experience where I feel like I am equipped enough to discuss this stuff. So let's get into it. So we all know that relationships are a roller coaster. It's good days, it's bad days, it's good weeks, it's bad weeks. Sometimes you go on a long ass chunk of time where it's bad, and then you kind of gotta fall into the circle until it's better again. That's just how life is. And obviously arguments happen. It happens in every single relationship, and it's not always a bad thing. But regardless of the arguments that we have, what if I told you that the way that you're processing your emotions after arguments could be the thing that's impacting your relationship, specifically when you listen to music? Let me explain this with an example because this is the best way I can do this. I'm gonna take the most basic example ever. Let's say you get mad at your partner because they ain't clean or they ain't do their chores. So you get into an argument about chores, right? They ain't do it, the house is messy, you came home and the shit's all over the floor, you upset, right? Y'all get into it a little bit. Now, after the argument, say you're a little bit heated still, maybe a little bit irritated, still a little bit kind of like, ugh. What do? All right, a lot of people, let's say you get in the car and you want to cut on a song that kind of like reflects your emotions. Like you want to kind of like feel something, like you want to relate to something. I know I do this. I know you probably do it. A lot of people want to feel their emotions in a song based on how they're feeling in that moment. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it can be an issue in this situation. All right, so you're fresh out of the argument, you're a little bit heated, your blood pressure's a little bit up, your heart pumping or whatever, so you cut on maybe some aggressive stuff or some song about how men ain't shit or women ain't shit, or maybe a song about heartbreak or you're sad, so you put on a sad song, right, to match the way that you're feeling. Now, this might seem harmless, and in the big picture it kind of is, but in this situation, I can't fucking talk. In this situation, you have to be aware of what it's doing on a subconscious level. Whether you know it or not, words hold a special power, especially when our emotions are high. The words that we listen to and the music that we listen to is all part of our diet. It impacts the way that we think and see the world and how we feel. When our emotions are high, our minds like to take our thoughts to that same level. But the issue is this. You're mad at your partner because they didn't clean. But now you cut on a song about infidelity, cheating, because it matches your emotions of like anger, maybe sadness, maybe like you're feeling like you weren't heard or something. Now you singing along to it. You're mad about cleaning, but now you putting your emotion and your energy into lyrics about infidelity and cheating. And what is this doing? All of those negative emotions that you feel towards your partner that were about this thing are now about this thing that are completely unrelated. All those emotions you're feeling about, being frustrated about the cleaning, they're now being processed through a song that is about cheating and unloyalty or whatever song you chose. You are now associating your negative emotions about cheating and about your partner with negative emotions about your partner and infidelity. Do you see what I'm saying? And you can apply this with any type of argument and any type of song. You have to be aware of how you're associating your negative emotions when it comes to your partner. Because most of the time, when we're having arguments about one thing, when we're expressing our emotions through a song, those associations have no business being in the conversation in our mind at all. Plus, it's not fair to your partner, right? So you leave to go to work or whatever, you leave to go clear your head, and you leave mad about cleaning, and now when you come back, you accusing them of this, and this, or you're saying, oh, and you don't do this, and you don't do this, and this, I have a problem with this, and it turns into this huge thing that was started with cleaning or whatever your initial argument was, and your partner's gonna be like, what the heck? Like, where is this coming from? Like, we were just arguing about cleaning, and now you accusing me of this, and and now you pulling up stuff. I'm like, it just gets confusing and it's not fair because it's literally not accurate. When I say not accurate, I mean it's not accurate in this situation. I'm saying that the stuff that you're bringing up has nothing to do with it, but you're coming to these conclusions based on the lyrics or the messages in the songs that you chose to listen to. Does this make sense? And the reason I bring this up is because I personally have noticed myself doing it. Probably in the last like couple months, I would, we would get into an argument and I would like leave, and then I would cut on a song, Keisha Cole, like I should have cheated, but like the argument was literally nothing about infidelity. It was about something completely different. And then the human mind works like this, is like when you get an idea, your mind tries to validate your thoughts, right? So you start looking for evidence to support your conclusion, which isn't even a thing because the conclusion came from emotions pulled from something else that you're associating with this, and now you're trying to find conclusions to a conclusion that shouldn't be there. So this is kind of confusing, but this is like the best way I can try to explain it. And I know I can't be the only person that does this or the only person that's like aware of this, but I just wanted to share it because I did notice that it was negatively impacting my relationship. It would cause more arguments, more disagreements, a bigger barrier. And I feel like other people might do this, and I kind of wanted to give insight, help you maybe become more aware of it and maybe check yourself instead of allowing it to continue, and maybe kind of track how your relationship is. Like, are the arguments becoming less frequent now that you stop doing this? Have your emotions or feelings after an argument not lasted as long because you're like nipping it in the bud and addressing it instead of like carrying it on to like these other things that have no business being there? So that's pretty much all for this video. I was gonna keep it short and sweet. Just wanted to kind of like let y'all know that this could be a thing impacting your relationship. And as weird as it sounds, music does have a huge pull and a huge power over us, especially songs that already make us emotional. So just be aware of how you're processing your emotions after an argument. Make sure they're fair to your partner and fair to your relationship, and they're not bringing up other things that have no business being there. With that, I'm gonna end this video. Thank y'all for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe so this channel can reach more people with the same kind of interests. Feel free to share with anybody else if you think they would find it interesting and beneficial. And with that, I will catch y'all later.